Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. Welcome to the last round of the Brian Blessed Links Championship. So we're going to see if we can continue the trend of being under par. There are currently 300 participants nearly that have played thus far. They're only reporting up to the second round on the TGC Tours leaderboard right now, and 108 have 10 under or better. I'm obviously sitting here at 7 under, and that's through 3 rounds. So, as I said, I think the likelihood of me being good enough to get a card is going to be pretty low here, unless, I have a really, really good 4th round and move myself up a bit. But chances are that those people who have had those kind of rounds are also going to have that same type of result. Alright, green tees, 4th pin position, and as anticipated, we do have a round with high wind. Fairways and greens go back to their defaults. Key is very firm on the green, but the green speed is moderate, so that will offset, hopefully, some of the high wind. But obviously we need to get to the green with the high wind to take advantage of that. Yes, the real key here is if somehow I can have a decent round. Sometimes people struggle with wind more than others. So there will be that benefit. So slightly less power, taking advantage of the wind, moving us in the direction of the fairway. I'd say that was a pretty good shot to start this round here. All right, we're going to lose about 5 yards, gain maybe 8, so kind of a net gain of 3 with a 4-iron. I'm going to do this, but it may not make the green. And again, the path, the contact, and all that is perfect, so I enjoy that. Alright, well, that did make the green. Actually went quite a ways further still than I would have thought, but overall not bad. Alright, so a bit tricky. I don't know, it may not move that much. Not that severe, but it is a long way. Maybe if I had kept it where I had it, I would have been okay. Oh well. So we lost that opportunity. Ooh, almost too far left, but we did take advantage of getting a birdie there. So, but I've done pretty well on the first hole. It's all the others that have been a little bit more challenging. Ooh. Open. Alright, we might... There we go. That hill made sure the ball was moving sideways. Alright, wow. So we're downhill. I'm going to try this at about 96%. Come on. Alright, 94. Not bad. I mean, again, with the firm fairways and very firm greens, that's going to determine some of the results here. So, again, challenging. Ooh, not a great swing path, so that didn't help either. But too far. Definitely not enjoying this position. This is not a guarantee, but it was nice in center of the cup. So, strongly putting away the par. But yeah. I'm still doing better than I was before. Wow, that was a bad rhythm. Not even 280. Now again, we were into a stiff breeze of 11 miles an hour. So we definitely need to go up. We're going to lose probably close to 11, then another 7. So 18, that's going to put us down to 150. I'm going to go with this. This might be too far. But I tend to hit weakly. Just getting an open stance overall. It was right about at the pin, and again that wonderful spot that is too close. You know what, with 12 feet up, I'm not even gonna try to do a partial. That'll help, I think. Other than wow, I did 98%, but you saw the result there, so not good. Right. I did have the flop go in one time last round, but that's a hard one to expect each time, so. Oh boy, really. I was thinking that this might surprise me, but yeah, those sloped lies are a big deal. Right, well, that puts me 1 stroke behind now. Again, the challenge isn't so much the wind that hurt me there. It's been the putting. Right, a little bit better, but still pretty big open. All right, getting saved and kept on the fairway. So for what little that's worth, that has been helping. We are off the front. I'm gonna do this. Man, all right, I gotta get that. I mean, I'm not that far off. If you look at the swing, I think it's really not that bad. So it is just interesting that I'm having the results I'm having. Right, again, I don't know how I was that far off, but it says I was. Ah, boy oh boy. Alright, well this is not playing out well. First time this event, two bogey holes in a row. Must absolutely change that trajectory. Alright, now we're getting into what I'm more worried about, which is the cross breezes and all that. Alright, a little better on the accuracy, but the power, not so strong. Alright, it stays out of the bunker, so I suppose that is nice. Again, we'll get ourselves where we need. Right, I knew it'd be far because it doesn't take much, but we'll see here. Oh, come on. I really expected that to have moved a little bit. Alright, well now I'm 3 strokes over. So this is really, really a bad spot to be in. So I don't know if I'm nervous because of the wind, but something is definitely, like, I can't get the rhythm. Oh, come on. Alright. In theory, I can hit this, because it's just grass. Alright, so the good news is, like, I should be over... Oh, I didn't get quite where I wanted. But, again, I know it's a long process. Alright, a little heavy. It hit some trees, though, so that might be good to have that little extra. Alright, let's see. Really want this. Come on. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to move much, but I figured it would move a little bit over that length. And it may have, but man, that just barely made it. All right, but that fights back one of the strokes I had given away. All right, with me again. I'm really, like, intentionally focusing more on my downswing there to keep that top point much more in contact, and it's still struggling. We're going to gain 10, so that would be, you know, but we're going to lose 3, so we're going to gain 7 overall. So that's still too much. Whoa. Oh, okay. So we're going to have to back off some. So let's see, 96. Right, well, we did it. Everything's pretty solid. Ugh, a little further away than I'd like, but overall, yeah, I don't have any daily quest, and yeah, the weekly quest sadly ends in about an hour and a half. And I needed 2 more to get the weekly 10 daily quests, so that is eluding me. A lot of the daily quests are like playing different types of things, so I think they had like the Divot Derby and stuff, and not into playing those. Hopefully we stay dry. Alright, we will, but just barely. Wow, we rolled down pretty strongly on that. Alright, let's see. So if I'm fully up there, let's see. Ooh, 52 seems too far. So we're going to try this. Alright, well struck, I think. Alright, we're on the green. Let's say that is nice and close, so I like that. Should give me a birdie shot again. Alright, so I have made up the ground. So 3 birdies to offset the 3 bogey or worse holes. So I'm back to even. So now we're playing 10 holes to see how we do. So this is me challenging because, oh boy, that doesn't help anybody. But, I mean, it's almost a 600-yard hole as it is. So it's not something I was going to make into anyway. Oh, come on. Alright. So we're going to lose for another... So we're going to lose 14. That's going to put me, in theory, right at 110. So we'll try. Well, that's not going to help, because we're going to lose about 10 yards there. And, oh, thank goodness, at least we got a bounce to stay on. But that is a long, long putt. So the likelihood is very, very minimal that anything's going to drop in here. But we're going to try to get close. Hopefully not too far. Wow, that did not break. I mean, it broke a little bit, but it did not break anywhere near. I think I rolled off. That's not good. Alright, well, we got close. Hopefully. Come on. We're seriously going to get a double bogey here. God, we almost got a triple bogey. Oh, boy. Oh, the 4th pin placements will always be difficult, but again, we know this, so... Alright, we're going to lose 10 yards, we're going to gain about 7, so this should be actually good right here. 95%. Kind of straight on. Oh, come on. I'm just having a hard time here. Things are not coming together for me. Come on in. Oh. So, we're going to keep doing this now. So again, now, 2 bogey holes surrounding my 3 birdies. Unbelievable. Man, this is awful. So now I'm right back where I was. Alright, 340, not quite 350. We're up in the air, but we're gaining again some distance. So this should be nice, right there. Alright, power's decent. Everything else not too bad. With the firm, we're going to get a good bounce, which we did, but then, you know, it pretty much died. A little bit of downhill. So we want to be careful. Nope. It's going to cross over. It's also not far enough. I mean, again, finishing under par is a good result overall, but like I really would love to do better than I'm doing. How about that? So 11, let's say 10 up, lose 3, net of 7. Choke is too much, so we're gonna go back a bit. Power was good, but the rhythm was bad. Unbelievable. I think, oh, I thought it was going to roll down for sure. Alright, it's not going to move much. Thank you. That was big. Alright. Because, yeah, I mean, I need to start making them up again, and yeah, that was a long distance hit for sure. 575 again. So the problem is going to be, you know, we can't get to the green. Maybe we can. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's going to be interesting. The wind back and all that, though, I think it'll be a stretch. Alright, good news is we got a really good shot. I'm going to just let this go without speeding it up. Wasn't sure it would look like it was, I mean, it was in line visually with the bunker, I'm like, but no, we did okay. Ooh. Alright, so let's get close. This is going to be a big break here, I believe. Of course, I'm going to have the most power right here, too. Ooh, where? How hard? Alright, it did come back, but not enough. Don't go too far, don't go too far, so that I can convert again. Alright, this should come. Oh, like really? It's not gonna go enough, and it didn't. Oh, that is painful. That one I really wanted. I set myself up pretty nicely for that, but no luck. Alright, well, I don't know. We're gonna try it. I think the wood's gonna be too much. Coming back. Give me, alright, it gets me on. Because I'm like, if I get over the rise, because if I don't get over the rise, I might have been literally rejected. But again, this is not likely to turn into a birdie. Let's see. Nope. And not, well, maybe far enough, but if it was, just barely. I wanted to be very gentle because it was downhill. Alright. Save the par. Again, I technically only need a couple more to get back. So I only need a couple birdies. Alright, please don't be short. Thank you. Alright, up and down, which is fine. I'd rather be hitting from something a little smoother. Alright, try this. Ooh, nice sound. Very nice sound. Alright, don't go too far. Don't go far enough, though. That's a long way. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, thank God. I was like, unbelievable. It is going to skirt by the hole again, but it fell in. Basically stopped, and then I think since it was on a slope, was like, alright, well, we'll fall in. Oof. Alright, well, we'll stay on the fairway. We'll take that one. Right, just sideways, slightly back. Oh boy. How did I end up that far off in an open position? Unbelievable. So again, the likelihood, very, very small. Again, I keep going past the hole again. Very close, but no cigar. Alright, they should go in. Alright, 2 more holes. If I get 2 holes, 2 birdies, put me 1 under. I would have an achievement that I haven't had maybe ever or in a long while for sure. Did not really want the closed, but oh boy. Alright, at least we stayed out of the bunker, I think. But I'm not sure how. Wow, that is pretty sharp. Oh my God. Even trying to do that was awful. This is a rough. I don't know. I just feel like that's too much. There's a big green in front. Right, we're in the right direction at least, because the flag, the pole there is, I think, kind of the aiming point. A very undulating green, though, it looks like, so. Oh, less undulating than I thought, but is it? It's slightly downhill the whole way, so I definitely don't want to overdo it. I probably can stay on target. Come on. Unbelievable. Alright. Maybe a little bit that way. Come on. Alright, at least we got the par, I think. No, we didn't get a birdie. Alright, so 6 under. I'm not going to get an eagle here. I know that. Right, a little bit better. Closed. Alright. So, wow. What do we do? Alright, we're at the pin. A little over. Ah, darn it. Too far. I really didn't want that. So, let's see. Nope. So we're not going to get the elusive result. It'll be 1 over for the last round. So yeah, definitely no tour card this week. The only hope was some stellar result in the 4th round, but you know, it's an overall better result than I've had. As long as I can stay under par, I think I'll be in good shape for most things. Alright, so 6 under for the event. A good showing for me, but like I said, I don't think we're going to be anywhere in the ballpark of where we need to be. We will keep trying, and I will see you next time.